Let's go to the complete narrated chapter of One Piece 60. Ready? Then let's dive in right after the intro.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Manga Information Channel, Sound here. Before we dive into today's content, I just want to ask you to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. It will help the channel grow and reach even more people. And now, without any further delay, let's get into today's video. Let's go!
We begin by showing the presentation stage for prizes and slaves in God Valley. The Tenryubitos are ecstatic. We see some treasure chests and slaves on display. One of the Tenryubitos shouts, "These ones are from the Davy family." Another yells, "You're a hated lineage." Another, "Since your ancestors, no one has ever loved you." Another asks, "Are you also buccaneers? What the hell are you anyway?" Then the Tenryubitos start throwing objects at the slaves standing on the stage. We see Teach with his mother up there. He is panicking while his mother holds him tightly. The announcer says, "Stop throwing knives at them. If one of them dies, there will be penalties. Ha ha." Page 2. One of the Tenryubitos says it's dangerous to let those ones live. The announcers, "Wait, don't throw anything yet." Another Tenryubito says, "If we can exterminate these vermin once and for all, today will be a day of celebration." The Tenryubitos together scream, "Exterminate them, one by one." Next scene, Saturn talking to Garling. Saturn, "I found you, Garling." Garling, "I'll win, that's all I can say." The announcer says, "And now, the presentation of the favorite for the single combat title." Then we see Dragon with the mother of the twins, Shanks and Shamrock. She makes a request to him, "I have no salvation anymore. But those children, they still have warm and pure hearts. Don't let them be taken away by that man." Page 3. Scene. We see the mother's hand falling, making it clear she has died. Her final words, "They are the children of someone completely unknown to me." Dragon, running with the babies in his arms, says, "If not for them, I wouldn't even be able to stand here." Dragon then runs away with the babies in his arms. Someone announces, "Introducing now, the fugitives. 13 people in total, each life here worth 10,000 points." The announcer declares, "In 1 hour, the hunt will begin." The crowd reacts, "Really? They're seriously going to hunt us starting now?" Chaos breaks out, screams everywhere. The announcer shouts, "Come on, run! Run, little rabbits! Ooh-wah!" Page 4. In desperation, one of the slaves says, "If we survive 3 weeks, we'll be saved." Another says, "That's our only option. There's no other way." A Tenryubito declares, "The hunt begins." Another laughs, "Oh ho!" Another says, "Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Huh? Oh yeah! Oh yeah!" Another says, "Don't cry, please. Ja!" Someone adds, "Tsubotsu, tsubo, ja!" We then see a child targeted by a weapon. The baby in the parent's arms won't stop crying. It exclaims, "I found you, little runaway rabbit. Yeah." Then, as a Den Den Mushi records, we hear the gunshot, showing the child was killed in cold blood. Page 5. A desperate slave cries out, "Please, help us." Another mother, crying in despair, shouts, "Don't give up." Then we see that the massacre is being shown live in Mary GeoIce. The Tenryubitos watch like it's a normal game, cheering, telling them to continue, laughing. The announcer declares, "Family Figarland in the lead. Family Abet and Family Manmeyer close behind." Then we see Garling advancing, as Tenryubito women scream his name in passion. He mercilessly slaughters countless slaves. Someone comments in shock. Page 6. The announcer says, "Once again, the Manmeyer family earns excellent points." As this is said, we see Gunko killing many slaves at once, with her arrows piercing through them. Her introduction appears. The kanji can be presented as God's loyal blade, God's obedient blade, God's submissive blade, or even God's prisoner. Then someone says, "You're really lucky, Garling. You might end up having such a beauty under your control." Another adds, "Hey, nothing's decided yet, you here." We then see Shaki looking down. Then we see a frightened child climbing a tree branch, crying in fear. Summers, who is hunting him, says, "You climbed pretty high, huh? I already put a cushion down there, so jump." But then we see it's actually a bed of spikes waiting for the child. Then someone shouts, "Stop this!" Page 7. We see the man shouting as the child's father. He runs desperately, screaming, "Please, stop! That's my son!" Summers says, "It's okay. I'll catch him when he falls. The child falls, but Summers doesn't catch him. Blood splatters. Summers, too bad, he went straight through. Then we see Dragon. He arrives at a pile of corpses. He remembers the words of his superior. If you try to save someone and oppose a Tenryubito, all of you will be massacred as well. Dragon covers his mouth, shocked by the scene. A Marine says, "Are all the troops gathered?" A soldier answers, "Yes, they are." But in his thoughts, the soldier says Dragon must be whining somewhere right now. We then see Dragon facing a Tenryubito. The Tenryubito says, "I found you, Buccaneer. You'll earn me 10,000 points." Meanwhile, we see Ivankov, who says, "I'll prove I can survive this damn game. I'll escape this cruel hunt." Page 8. Ivankov says, "Let's get out of God Valley together. There's still hope." A Tenryubito aims at Kuma and says, "This is my pride, the tenfold killer rifle." But before he can shoot, Dragon fires a tranquilizer dart at the Tenryubito, knocking him down. Then an explosion is heard. A Tenryubito, frightened, says, "What was that?" Information spreads. To the east of the island, we see the Rocks Pirates ship approaching. A voice shouts, "It's the Rocks Pirates crew." And not just them. Famous pirates are arriving one after another. Pages 9 and 10. We see all the Rocks Pirates. Zebek says, "Listen up, you bastards, women, treasures, and devil fruits. There's no point fighting among ourselves here. We'll form a temporary alliance. The treasure will be equally divided once we return. No complaints, right, you bastards?" Barble, how the hell are we going to split up Shaki? Obviously, she'll fall for the one who helps her the most. You're damn right. So stay away from her, all of you. Nope. Shaki will fall for the guy who ends up with the most treasure. Newgate. Do whatever you want. I'll just save her as a friend. Although I wouldn't mind if she fell in love with me either. What? What the hell do you mean by that, Newgate? Gloriosa. If I save Shaki, I suppose Roger would thank me, but... Wang Ji is staying on the island and forbids anyone from entering the bar. What a bunch of idiots. Even if the world ends tomorrow, Shaki won't turn to any of you. Lin, are you actually going to give me the devil fruit? Page 11. We hear multiple explosions. The Marines shout, "Fire, fire at them!" But Zebek, laughing, says, "Advance, men. This is useless, Marines. Follow me. We are the Rocks Pirates." Page 12. Celestial Dragon. "This is bad. Pirates have arrived. What the hell are you doing, you useless Marines? If anything happens to us, we'll hang you all." From the radio. Reporting, watch the West Coast, it's Roger's Pirates. During the chaos, Dragon finds the twin babies, Shanks and Shamrock, grabs them and flees. Page 13, the Roger Pirates land in God Valley. Roger says, "I'll save Shaki. Since you guys have no chance with her, go after their treasures instead." His crew tramples over him, lol. Roger's Pirates, "Let's go back and get Shaki." "Blah! I'm gonna push through." Garling says, "Damn it, this isn't a game anymore." Nervous Tenryubitos, "What's going on?" "Do something." Page 13 continued. We then see all the Holy Knights. Pull back the Marines and make them guard the Tenryubitos. The Gods Knights advance. Desperate Marines shout, "Don't let them land. This might be the end for us." Page 14. We see some Marines being attacked by Newgate. One Marine says, "We don't even know what their objective is." Another Marine says, "Ooh-wah! I can't take this anymore." Then Garp appears. He throws a cannonball with his bare hands. It explodes, and at that moment we see both Zebek and Garp, both looking tense. Final page, we see Marines cheering happily. That's the ship of Vice Admiral Garp. Garp says, "I have arrived." End of the chapter. Break next week. This was chapter 1160. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, thanks.